All right, daily note session for December 13th, 2024, but it's being recorded December 15th, 2024. So we're just going to be browsing around here, take a look at how the week closed off. We're at all-time highs right now. So the week opened right here near the close of last week's, dipped down to about the middle of this weekly candle there, then expanded up, created the new all-time high and closed right there. So that's what the weekly looks like. Nice screenshot of that. Let's go down to a daily. Here's what a daily looks like. Right now it is Sunday, market is not open. Opens up at 6 p.m. with the Asian session later. So here's what the daily looks like. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Boom, and I need to get back in the habit of this right here. I used to do this a lot before. I need to get back in here because it pretty much shows you the open, dip, up, close, open, up, down. So, which pretty much demonstrates the power of three with more like context there, rather than looking at them like this. So I'm going to release the drawings here. Here's what we look like on a daily. I'm going to come all the way up here because everything back here on the left hand side is irrelevant for now. We don't need to be focusing on any of that. Before we can even start looking down here, these lows right here in this area need to be broken to make a shift, not a shift, a break, a market structure break. Right now it's just doing shifts back and forth, bullish, bearish, and then back, you know, just vice versa. This right here, this low is the one we need to keep an eye on moving forward. So this gets moved right here. Clearly this is just there to see what Friday's price action did, which is just pretty much tagged Wednesday's high. We're at all-time highs again, so while we're floating around this area, there really isn't much context like how when it was down here. Right now it's just shooting. Look at this right here, perfect price delivery. It went right down into the wick of this. So everything right here is pretty much balanced. Open dip, pushed up, closed right there near the old all-time high. So those old highs are pretty important to keep an eye on because price tends to engage that price range there. So I'm gonna just put this on green, dashed lines, that. And all I can see for now is on this daily time frame, on a weekly as a matter of fact, I'll go back, is this little imbalance right here. This imbalance here with this working with this wick back here. And then on a daily, it's just working like these areas down here, which are still open. Again, once price leaves these areas open like that and pushes up, you know, I don't know. I don't honestly know where this is gonna go. We'll need more information. So that's the daily there. Let me just put this properly here. Shift this over right there. Not much here. Just like I said, work the midpoint, pushed up, solid week. Let me just put that there. Take a screenshot of that. Let's go down to a 4 real quick. See what happened on a 4-hour time frame over here for Friday's price action. So this is, again, this is Wednesday, bullish, comes down, works this BISI right here. I'm not gonna highlight it. Also, I know there's a, I'm not gonna get into that right now, but look at how I worked the wick of this, top of that wick, while it's inside of here. And if we measure from the low, from right here all the way up to the high, to that high right there, yeah, right there. It's right at the midpoint, which you know, gives it into a discount, and price just expands to the upside. So when you're measuring like this, yeah, you can measure from the low to the top. Sometimes though, I like to measure the bodies, from the body to body, and right there, just for my notes, I'm gonna do that. Price came down, pushed up, little volume imbalance there, dipped into the body of this candle. That was like after it made the all-time high. This is when I engaged price, when price was reversing into the 10 a.m. hour to tag out some longs, whoever was long. So they pretty much paired up the buy stops with the sell stops after they cleared this little area up. Little picture of that there. See that right there, that little bissy right there. That's where price worked. And again, like I stated, the little volume imbalance right here into this order block there. Price pushed up. So let's go into a 1 hour time frame real quick. So price gapped up. That's what happened Friday, and you'll see once I jump into the LSS chart. Price gaps up, close down here, and then in the Asian session, open here. So whoever was short, thinking that this was going to continue to go lower, definitely got smoked. A lot of people got hurt. Price comes down here, pushes up, and then a nice sell-off candle right there to clear these lows, work the midpoint of the opening range. You'll see all of that as I drop into the lower time frame charts with more annotations and stuff like that. So let's go to a 15 real quick. Here's what it looks like on a 15. I'm going to just take this out the way. It's not important. This is what's important right here. Peep this. You measure from the close to the open. Boom. Right to the midpoint of it. And then expands back up to the upside. So that's that. Mind you, that's not even with the regular trading hours. We'll do that once we leave this area now. Boom. So here's where price, messed around, came down, and then reacts, and then just real sloppy, and then in the afternoon session expands back up. Price is really, really, really not pretty. I'm gonna tell you that much. Like, maybe sometimes you get some nice movement, but not all the time. So here's what it looks like. A lot of drawings here. Obviously, there's the 8:30 open. Price pushes up over here, works its way down, hits the midpoint of the new day opening gap right there, and below the opening range gap as well. So I'm going to take a picture of that. Boom, and then let's just put on regular trading hours just so you can see what it looks like. Take a picture of that, and then I'm going to hide the drawings and take a picture of that as well. Let's go back to the electronic and take a picture without the drawings as well. Boom, release the drawings. So boom, all right. Now I'm going to go down into a 1 minute, as a matter of fact. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute just so you can peep this. Again, price opened up super from the regular trading hours of the previous day on the 12th. Price had a price difference of almost 179, almost 180 handles to the upside. So when we see that, we know majority of the time it's going to come back down to at least the midpoint. And that's exactly what price did. Here's that last little order block there where price tapped back into it, came up, came down into the first fair value gap of the session there after the 9:30. Let me just mark up 9:30. Here's 9:30. Price expands up, creates more highs, traps people long. Then they come back, sweep them, bring them up, comfort. Nah, it's not going long. It's coming back down. And that's exactly what price did, right to the consequent encroachment of that new day opening gap, which is, again, regular trading hours and 4:59 close and 6 p.m. open. That's how you find the new day opening gap. So 4:59 right there, the low, and then right here the 6 p.m. High. And this is just to be aware of regular trading where it closed, because it's also you can also use that too, But this is just used to determine where you're standing at. Like, you know, you see how it came right to it? Right to it. So, boom. All right, we're 10 minutes into the video. Let's just take a peek. Let's mark up a lot of the, here we go. Let's find some FVGs on the way down. Boop, 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 boop. Nothing there. Boop, 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 boop. Boom, it colored outside the line. Work this area here. Boom, we got one here. First fair value gap. Right there. Let's just mark that up. So price comes right in there, comes into this one as well. Again, showing you all the weaknesses you need to see. Failing to get up in here, failing to close above the midpoint there, drops, boom, another one there. This is just beautiful. Boom, right there. And then this one again. We have another one here. I'm not going to highlight them all, but let me tighten that up a little because it's not. Boom, boom, and then ultimately goes to the target price. Boom. Now, one last thing before I go. Look at how price pulled up into this order block right here. Beautiful right there. Because you measure from the body to the up top and you find the midpoint of it, the mean threshold of it, and that's exactly where price went. Mean threshold of it after it taps here, boom, shows weakness, but we have a market structure shift already. Again, these are shifts because not breaks, these are just shifts. I learned that from ICT because it's just, you know, shifts, bearish, bullish, but not a break because we're still in a bullish trend right now. So boom, comes in here. These are just old highs that I had marked up while it was working its way up and stuff like that. Obviously, all of this will get cleaned up right now. Price also comes down near the midnight open. So it's just good to have these things. Obviously, my game plan is down the line to have these things separately on a notepad, because when I do engage price, I have a clean chart up here on the top, which is I use this right here because right now I'm just trading the micro. I'm not really trying to. So what I do is right here, I'll put the micro here, and then up here, I'll put that one. And I'll be able to, and I'm able to see what's going on. And over here, I keep a 5. But right here is where I engage with a clean chart. Clean chart, just, you know, looking at the levels and all of that. And I engage price with that. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to take up too much of your time now. That's if you're still watching this. Again, this is a very repetitive process. But this process is what allows me to understand what to expect and see how these candles behave every time. Matter of fact, I'm in the wrong one. There we go. So what's expected? I don't know. We got to see how price opens up. If we tag this high, come back down into this imbalance and just move with precaution because they're pumping this. This is getting pumped. And when it's like that, I personally, just the way that I trade, I don't really like it because there's nothing to aim up here. Yeah, I know I can measure how high with the standard deviation, but I don't like that. I like when we're like inside these areas because I can get a better read for it. So be safe and thank you for watching. Peace.